welcome back to the Knitter's Closet. This is episode 15 and I'm your host Melissa. You can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as the Knitter's Closet. Welcome to all our new viewers and welcome back to all our returning viewers. I hope you guys are having a lovely Memorial Day weekend. It's about 90 degrees here and today I decided to take my daughter to the zoo this morning because that's what you do, right? We went to the National Smithsonian Zoo in DC and we spent a lot of time inside the exhibits because Nora loves to be able to ask questions and look at all the interesting little facts and whatnot, and her favorite exhibit was the small mammal house, and in particular the sand cat, because it is an adorable teeny tiny little cat and it looks like a house cat, but it's definitely wild. But that was by far her favorite exhibit, and then followed up by, let's see, the Amazon exhibit. So she was very excited about all that. So you'll notice I am wearing my ears. It's one of my purchases from Maryland Sheep and Wool. And yeah, I'm probably not going to wear these the entire time because even though it's just a headband, it's a little hot in here. So yeah, I got my ears from Sudan Farm and I'll be wearing these little guys in at New York, Rhinebeck this year. And Beth, she already had a pair, but she bought the little locks. So she bought a couple of little colored locks, so I may get a little hair, a little color in my guy before we go to Rhinebeck. I would love just like a pink and purple streak. It would be so cute. So, one of my purchases. Alright, before we get into all the actual knitting stuff, I want to talk about the 100 subscriber giveaway. You guys, we are at 77, 78 subscribers, so we are 3/4 of the way there. If you want to enter to win the 100 subscriber giveaway, we are giving out a gorgeous skein of Stitches and Mists in the Unicorn Boogers colorway. Once we reach 100 subscribers, all you have to do is go to episode 2 of the podcast and give that episode a watch, and once you're done watching, go ahead and comment in the comment section with I am so sorry, with the hashtag Unicorn Boogers to be entered to win. If you're a subscriber but you haven't commented, you're not included in the giveaway. You have to comment. I cannot see my subscribers list until, I don't know if it's 100 subscribers or more, or 1,000. YouTube does certain things. I know at 100 subscribers I can get the channel qualifies for its own URL, which is one of the reasons I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers, because right now, you know, you have to go to YouTube and you have to search my name. But once I get to 100 subscribers, you can type in YouTube/The Knitter's Closet and find the podcast that way. So it would be easier for you guys to find us. Find me. I always do that. Same us. Whatever. Alright. So let's jump into knitting content, because I have a whole bunch of knitting things. I have a whole bunch of finished things. And I have a whole bunch of stash things. So yay. First up on my finished objects, I have... Oh, I'm missing one somewhere. Oh, there it is. I have not one, but 2 pairs of finished socks. I have not woven in the ends on this one. I did weave in the ends on this one. These are my Knit Picks Felice in the self-striping colorway Candy Cane. These are knit for me, and they're just little shorty socks. And then these, a little bit longer. Aren't my feet so tiny? I know. I wear like a size 6 in women's. They're so tiny. Actually, it only takes me, fun fact, it only takes me 50 grams to knit a pair of socks. So I have a lot of sock yarn, single sock yarn. We're going to get 2 pairs of socks out of them. So these are the JoJo Lands Harmony in their superwash merino. There's no nylon in it. These are not going to wear super well, but my goal is to knit 24 pairs of socks, so it shouldn't be a problem. And those 2 pairs brings me to 5 pairs of knit socks. There you go, and I've colored them all in. So, yay. I'm still working on it. And then I have been cranking out charity hats. So my yarn store, I told you guys last podcast how to sail on the Universal Yarn, and my daughter had picked up this color for a hat for herself. I had plenty of leftover. In fact, I still have a little ball left over after finishing that hat and this, or her hat, and then this hat. I still have a finished ball left over. So, 1 skein of yarn makes, depending on the size of the hat, like 2 to 3 hats. So, I'm trying to find my... So, I had purchased a whole bunch of different colors. The ends are not woven in. So this is Universal Yarns Adore in their DK weight, and I just made a whole bunch of the simple beanie / aka lollipop hat by Elena Nodell for these. It's super easy pattern, and I've been altering it here and there. Like this one has a rolled brim. This one had a ribbed brim. This one had a ribbed brim, and then it had some garter stitch ridges on it. So I've got 3 of these hats done. 4 of these hats. 4 charity hats done. This one will go to the Bully Project, the blue for bullies, and I think I have another blue that will also go for the Bully Project. These, I'm not sure where they're going to go yet. I'm probably going to try to donate them to some local schools that are in need, for kids who need some winter clothes, because our winters get pretty cold here. I have another one in the works. This one has a garter panel bottom, which keeps flipping up, and then some texturing stitches. These are just slip stitches that I did, and I can't remember what this stitch is. Can you see it? It's a really cool stitch, but I don't remember what it is. I saw it on a Pinterest. No, not Pinterest. I saw it on a Instagram post, and I was like, oh, I could do that. That looks like a really easy stitch. And then I neglected to save the post, but I did the stitch, and then I couldn't remember how to do it anymore, because I put this down for like 2 weeks and couldn't remember. And yeah, so, but I've got another hat on this one in the works. So all of my hats. And then again, it's in the Universal Adore. All their colors are numbers, so this one's 129. I'm going to be honest, I've lost the ball bands to all the other colors. I have no idea where they are. So, then, my other finished objects. I'm so proud of this, guys. I know I've said before I don't knit shawls. So when Melissa with Rising Tide Fiber Company needed some shop samples, I said I wanted to knit the hipster shawl from Joji Locatelli, and you guys, oh, I love it. I had so much fun knitting this. This was literally the funnest thing I've knit in so long. And I don't know what the right side and wrong side is. I think this is the right side I'm showing you. Look at those cross stitches. And it doesn't show up well on camera, but there is a textured pattern. Oh, kind of shows up well. There, maybe. There is a texture to this pattern with in this section here, and it's like little arrows, little chevron arrows in between the two sections of lace. And then there's tassels. And I actually blocked the sucker. Can you believe that? I don't block anything. Ever. I don't. And then I was like, I went to the Maryland Sheep and Wool, like, I really, really wanted to get a shawl collar. Because, you know, I totally wear shawls, right? Keep mentioning that. But I saw these shawl collars in all these different posts, and look at this, you guys. I feel like I really pull this off when I add the shawl collar. Like, it's so cute. I really like the, I don't know what it is about the added shawl collar that makes me feel like I can pull this off more. But whatever. This isn't even a shawl collar. So this is a leather bracelet I had gotten my husband a few years ago. He doesn't wear it often, so I want to snatch it. But oh, isn't that pretty? So pretty. I love it. And it's, oh, I used the Celebration soak to block it. It smells so good now. So this is Knit in Melissa's Cecil DK. Come on. In her Stormy Seas colorway. And it is her 80-10 Merino Cashmere blend. 80-10-10 Merino Cashmere Nylon blend. And it is a superwash wool. This is her Stormy Seas colorway. And oh, I just had so much fun knitting it. The yarn is scrumptious, you guys. So scrumptious. And the pattern was so fun. This is the hipster shawl, if I didn't say that, by Joji Locatelli. So I am going to the shop tomorrow, and Melissa will get this dropped off to her. And then I will probably knit one for myself, honestly. It's so fun. It's just, it was a blast to knit. And I actually have some DK weight that I think will work for this. So, that's it for finished objects. Okay, so works in progress. I showed you the one hat. I have some fingerless mitts. I just dropped a ball of yarn. These are, oof, there we go. Some so professional. Some fingerless mitts for my father-in-law in the works. I've been putting these off and putting these off and putting these off because he wants fingers. Not fingers, like full-length fingers, but you know, the actual holes for the fingers of the fingerless mitts. And you guys, I just, it's so finicky. I just don't want to do it. I don't know why I'm bothering to show this up close. It's not gonna, I mean, it'll focus. It's just dark gray. This is, the cuff starts out in a 2x2 rib. I don't have the pattern on me. I don't remember what I'm knitting. I don't know. And this is the, it's being knit in, I completely neglected. This is the only thing I didn't write down, you guys. It is, thank God I have some, oh, Patons Kroy. It's Patons Kroy, and it's just their basic dark gray color, charcoal gray, or whatever. And, the needle size is 3.5, I think. Can't read my needles. I will put the pattern name down at the bottom just in case you're interested. It's a very, very basic men's glove. So, some more interesting knits. Anyway. I finished 2 pairs of socks, so what did I do? I cast on a new pair of socks. This is one of my mystery stashes. I don't remember the name of the dyer. I don't remember the colorway. I do know it is the Superwash Merino. in the back of my head, I can see the name. I can see the tag, but I can't read the name in my head. I know, is that weird? I don't know. But I worked on these today while walking around the zoo, so I think I was about here when I started them. So I got a fair amount done. Another couple of inches and I'll be ready to start the increases for the heel. It's just a vanilla sock pattern. And these are sitting in my Fates thread Supernatural bag. So then this project is part project, part stash acquisition, because check out this bag. This is my newest bag. This, I think, was my first purchase at Sheep and Wool, not including Needles Up. This is a little triangular bag. It's got a triangular bottom, so it's a little pyramid bag, and a little shoulder. It's neat because I like how it sits, just like right here, and you could totally untuck this and knit from it. But the strap is adjustable if you want to make it longer or shorter. I like keeping it short. And then, I don't know if you could see when it's quilted, but look at these little bunnies. Oh my god, they're so cute. And then the inside are little bunnies too. So my friend Paula, who surprised the ever-loving crap out of me by showing up on Saturday morning. Best surprise ever. I have not seen Paula in 2 years. I had no clue she was coming. She kept posting on Facebook. Like every time I was posting on Facebook about this weekend, she was like, have fun for me, squish some yarn for me. And then girl showed up at the diner, shocked the crap out of me. I yelled so loud, you guys. I'm surprised we did not get kicked out of the diner. I mean, when I say I yelled, waitress came over and asked me if I'd been drinking. I started yelling and ugly crying, and I was hugging her and wouldn't let go, and I turned around and looked at Beth, because apparently Beth had been a known surprise because she picked her up. And I was like cussing at Beth for keeping the secret. Ugh, but it was the best surprise. Seriously though, as soon as I saw her, I started busting out ugly crying. So anyway, we went to this booth. This is Stitch Ups. She said she was there last year, but somehow we missed her last year. So, and look at this. It comes with a little either chapstick holder or progress keeper. It's matching, and it's in the insides too. So I got this one with the bunnies on the inside, and Paula got the bunnies on the outside with this on the inside. So we're like secret twinsies. So, and it's holding my current project. This is a test knit by Jamie Hoffman of Knitosophy. I always say that a little weird, I know. It is a Scrappy Bee, and it's a little sweater. So I'm doing this in a cropped style. I knit this on the small. I don't know if my gauge is off or if I just am still underestimating my size at this point. But it's still a little baggy, but not too bad at all. It is a V-neck sweater, so that was interesting, and I learned German short rows, which was also interesting. So I have the sleeves on my little sleeve cables from Coco Nets, because I was trying it on last night and I bound off. So I'm on Sleeve Island. This is being done in 2 different gradient kits. So the first one is the blue to the orange, and that is Thunder and Lightning. And then the bottom one is the beginning of a second gradient kit. So it goes from gray to black, and then I go back to the blue. I don't know if that color change is showing up on the camera, and then it goes back to the blue. That matches the collar. These are all from Fiber Optics, and the gray and black kit is the Steampunk gradient. It actually goes into brown after that, but I didn't use those. I went into the gray. And the blue that I did for the collar and the hem is the Midnight Rendezvous color. These are all in their footnotes base. It's a 80% merino, 20% nylon base. It's okay. It's not, I'm hoping it softens up a little on the wash, but that's okay. I plan on wearing this as a crop sweater over dresses, so I did knit it a little tiny bit shorter than called for, so it hits just above my hip line. And I may knit the sleeves to about elbow length. I'm not sure yet. So, but it's been a really fun test knit. I've been loving the colors and the gradient. I wasn't sure how I was going to like the gray with the orange because it's a very stark line, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. It looks really good on so far. So, yeah. My last works in progress. I've gotten a ton of progress done on the granny square, or the granny stripe blanket. So I think the last time I showed this, I was on this pink stripe here. So I've gotten this much done since then. So here to here, all my minis. And it's huge. It's still really, really, really huge. And I've started on a green section now. And it's living in one of my new purchases. It fell over on me. I didn't mean to lean. It's living in my Kelsey Wills bag. I got this at Sheep and Wool. It's all these little hand-drawn Doctor Who figures. This tote's huge. Huge. That's what she said. But it holds all my minis in the bottom, and my hook, and the blanket, and it's amazing. So, I love it. Alrighty. I think my camera's gonna cut off, because I think it cuts off at 24 minutes. So I'm gonna take a pause, and then I'll come back with all my stash acquisitions from Maryland Sheep and Wool. And we're back. You guys, it's so hot in here. Okay, so I mentioned Paula came and surprised me for breakfast, and not just me, but like a bunch of other people too. The world doesn't revolve around me. But it was me she was surprised first. So, we had an amazing time at Sheep and Wool. I went to Needles Up the day before. I got to meet Amy Beth from Fat Squirrel Speaks, which was great because I absolutely watch. I love her. Love her. I watch her episodes every time they come out. I think she's got a great personality. I like that she's not just about the knitting, but she talks about her lifestyle and all these different things too. And I'm totally not into planting vegetables or bird feeders, but I like to think that I live vicariously through her. So it was really cool to meet her. I also got to finally meet Miriam from Chelsea Pearl's podcast. I met her at the podcasters meetup on Saturday at Sheep and Wool. And then we went from Sheep and Wool. Normally we hang out at Sheep and Wool all day, but because we had Paula with us and she was only there for the day instead of Saturday and Sunday, we ended up cutting out after the podcaster meetup to go to Frederick for the Magpie open house, and then to the Knot House for their Sheep and Wool pop-up. And Christina with Chelsea Pearls and Chelsea Yarns was up there, and Tristan Molina from Dragon Horde Yarn, and Shelly Can Knits was there, or Shelly Can, she's got all the little pins and whatnot. And there were a couple others I cannot remember, but yeah, it was a really nice event. So, and I did get to meet Tristan from Dragon Horde Yarn, which was really cool. Who else did I meet? I met Colleen of Red Chair Knits, and a few other podcasters, and I apologize if I'm forgetting your names. I met a bunch of people this weekend. Oh, and I met Laura from Knit Girls. That was cool. Got a little swag. A little tape measure. There we go. There we go. So that was cool. So I actually did not go crazy on my stash acquisitions. I only bought yarn for, I only bought 2 sweater quantities of yarn. I bought some minis. I bought 3 bags. I bought a couple pins. I bought my ears. Let's see, what do I want to start with? Let's start with my Needles Up. So I got my Fat Squirrel Speaks bag. This thing is so stinking cute. Look at that little fox and bunny, you guys. I saw this and I just, like, I had to have it. Her little tag. And it's the sweater size. It's huge. The inside's just plain muslin, but you guys, this thing is massive. Look at the bottom of that thing too. Like, I feel like a small, I could fit a small child in this. That's how big this thing is. I really could. Maybe not a really big baby, but I could fit a baby in this thing. It's huge. So, I haven't used it yet. I've kept it crisp. Just for you guys. But I love this bag. Oh, I can't wait to go back next year and maybe purchase like 2 more. So, and then I hit the Tuft Woolens booth. You guys, I wish I had Smell-O-Vision. I got some of their sock soap in the lavender apple colorway. And then I got the roll-on perfume, the same, I said lavender apple colorway, didn't I? Their lavender apple scent. And then I got this is the sock soap. Come back to me. There we go, there we go. This is the sock soap. And I got the roll-on perfume in the same scent. And you guys, it's amazing smelling. I want to wash my just freshly knit socks just so I can smell them. Seriously, it smells so good. So my first purchase of the day was the bag that I told you about, my bunny bag. No, my first purchase was my ears from Sudan Farm. Then my bunny bag. And then I got some Signature sock needles. Signature Arts sock needles. These are my favorite needles for knitting socks because, you guys, these suckers, I got the 40-inch. I like my nice and long. These suckers are so sharp. You see the stiletto point on those. These guys are so sharp that they actually have to put a warning on how sharp they are on their needles. So I got the size 1. It's a 5-inch needle length. What I like about Signature needles when you purchase needles is that you can choose the signature or the needle length as well as the overall length. So I got the size 5, which is my preferred length on the needle length. You can get them shorter, and I think there is a longer size too, but I like the 5. It works well for me. So very excited. Now I have 2 of these so that I can knit 2 socks at a time. I can knit more than 2 socks at a time. I have a ton of size 1 needles, but my Signatures are my favorite, and I always get sad when they're being used and I want to cast on a second pair of socks and can't, or a third pair of socks and can't. So I purchased 2 sweater quantities of wool. I purchased Into the World, which is one of my favorite vendors. This is their Dresden DK. And it is in the colorway of The Struggle is Real. It's a really pretty speckle. And I bought 3 skeins. I'm only holding up 2. I bought 3 skeins. And this is going to be for the party top, which is a cropped sweater that I really, this one has a lot more orange to it. And this one has a lot more pink to it. So I'm going to definitely alternate skeins. I may, now that I'm very close to finishing my test knit for Jamie, I may cake these up tonight and cast on, because I really, really have been dying to cast that on. And then Beth went and showed me this absolutely gorgeous, let me pull up a picture here, pattern called Shifted. Yeah. You guys, look at that. Look at that sweater. How flipping gorgeous is that? So, like 2 nights before, maybe a few days before, we were talking about what we were going to purchase and what we had like pattern wise in our head. And I knew I had the party top, but I didn't really have anything else in my head. Actually, I did. I wrote down ideas. Let's see where they are. I had ideas for what I wanted. I'm trying to see if I can find my list. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I had the Weekender, which is a worsted weight shawl, the party top, which is DK, the Great Love cardigan, which is an Aran weight, curtain call, which is worsted, for Fox's Sake, which is DK weight, and then the Shifted, which is a sport weight sweater, which is what I just showed you. I didn't buy yarn for anything but the party top and Shifted. I just didn't end up finding anything I really liked in any of those colors. Nothing called to me. That's okay. I still have like a ton of stuff that I should be knitting on anyway. So, but I did get this. This is what I got for Shifted. I am #blame Dundra Knitting all of this, because look at this honey gold color from Owool. This is their O-Wash Sport, so it is a super wash, an eco-friendly, certified organic, 100% superwash merino. It's 304 yards on 100 grams, and the color is Feldspar. And they didn't have all of this when I got there. They only had 2 skeins left. But she looked into her inventory, and lo and behold, she had... Oh, I was only showing... Did I show? I bought 5 skeins of it. Not 4. 5 skeins. Lo and behold, she had 3 more skeins of the same colorway, same dye lot. And so I purchased all 5 of them at the festival, and then she shipped the 3 remaining skeins to me. So these are almost all exactly the same, so I don't think I'm actually gonna have to worry about, I mean they're exactly the same. I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about alternating skeins, which is gonna be nice. This is another one I can't wait to work on. It's a beautiful, beautiful sweater. And I lost my notes page for this podcast episode. Oh, here we go. Okay. What else did I get? Oh, I got my ears, my signature shark needles. So then that was all on the. No, I got the O-Wash on the second day. And then I bought some minis from Bumblebee Acres. I got their Hogwarts set. And this is from the top, Forbidden Forest, Dumbledore, Potions class, the Quibbler, and then a Mortensia. And then this is their Fire and Ice set, which is Game of Thrones. Missandei, and I'm going to tell you right now, I don't watch Game of Thrones. Yeah, I know. I don't. So I'm gonna mess up the pronunciation on a couple of these. So, Missandei, Daenerys Targaryen. These are from the top to the bottom. Ygritte, I don't know. Dracarys and Sansa. So some of the names I know, some of the names I don't know. So I got it because they were pretty. And then I got 3 mini skeins from Knitty in Color, which are going promptly in the blanket. These will all go in the blanket. If not the granny stripe blanket, then the other blanket. Oh my god, you guys! My battery's dying. I'll have to come back to you in a few minutes. I'm gonna have to give this a charge and then come back. And we're back. I don't know how long I charged this for, a few minutes, so hopefully it'll give me enough time to go over my last 2 or 3 purchases. So, I had a rule for myself that I was not going to buy any single skeins of sock yarn. Obviously, I have a lot. And, yeah. So I went to the pop-up at Knot House, and I immediately broke my rule. I bought a sock set. I've already caked up the little ball. I haven't caked up the rest of the yarn. But I bought a sock set from Dragon Horde Yarn. It's my very first Dragon Horde Yarn purchase. And there we go. And I bought it because 1, I mean the colors are gorgeous, but 2, it's Howl's Heart. Guys, I'm not a huge fan of anime, but I absolutely stinking love Howl's Moving Castle. So yeah, this represents Howl, and then this represents Calcifer. So I'm going to do some matching socks. Probably 2 pairs, since again, 50 grams gets me a pair of socks. And then at Magpie, I did not buy any yarn, but I did buy a postcard set. And I'm going to actually not use them as postcards. I'm going to frame them and probably put a couple back here, because you guys, these are so stinking cute. These are by an artist by the name of Lindsay Brecken. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong. So it's these woodland creatures in various knitted items. How stinking cute, right? Fox and socks. This is my favorite one. And then the owl in a shawl, and a bunny in a sweater, and a bird in a hat. Yeah. So I had to. These are really, really super nice thick postcards too. So I think I'm gonna frame the bird and the owl and the fox and then the campfire scene. Yeah, I really love them. So then I also got a couple pins. I got 2 at Magpie, but I also got 1 at the festival. Oh, look, I made my own bag. I gave myself a little bag with a logo on it, guys. And I got semi-professional business cards made up too. So I got the Unity pin at Neighborhood Fiber Company, and then at Magpie I got Feminist AF. Oh, come on. There we go. And then I also got Swatch You Must in Yoda in an oversized sweater and socks. It's super cute, and his face is all grumpy. So yeah, those are my purchases. I'm gonna cake up my Dragon Horde yarn for socks. I'm gonna cake up my O-Wash Sport for the Shifted, and the Into the World for the party top. And those are my upcoming projects. Oh, and I'm still going to do the ranunculus. That's on my list of things to do. I still have to cake up the mohair. I've caked up the fingering weight. I just haven't caked up the mohair yet. So, and that's it for the podcast, episode 15. Thank you for joining me this week, and I'll see you again in about 2 weeks. Bye.